Okay, this is our standing aerobic full body flow. For this series, you might go for a light band and a ball to assist with outer hip and inner thigh work when we do exercises like squats, or some exercises with the legs. We can work with the band around the hands, around the wrists, creating a little bit more effort in the body, which will increase the aerobic full body experience. To begin with, want to line up the body. Stand on both feet as evenly as possible, organize the hips, level shoulders. Having a mirror can be very helpful. And then softening the knees, arms relaxed. We're just going to start with this gentle rhythmic bounce. Let the arms dangle. Soft knee bending and extending. It just is like a little gentle rhythmic bounce. So good for the lymphatic system. Getting some juices flowing. Breathing into the back and sides of the ribs is usually very helpful. Hugging in from the front, inner core. Shoulders relaxed. Arms just get to kind of dangle. Keep the low back relaxed-ish. Should be active but not overly arched. So tail dropping, ribs hugging without tucking the tailbone under. Neutral pelvis. Keep an eye on those knees and ankles. Knees shouldn't be knocking in. Feet shouldn't be winging out. Let those arms just dangle. Let the wrists kind of move. It's kind of like you're dusting off any unnecessary tension, tightness, any held thoughts or actions in the body that aren't necessary. Couple more breaths. And then start to wind down into stillness. All right, take a couple moments, setting up, and then we'll start to rock and roll the ankles. So sometimes it's helpful to bend the knees a little bit, trying to get the heels lifted and then the balls of the feet lifted. So just a little rock and roll, warming up the feet. If you have a mirror in front of you, you'll want to see that the heels are hidden behind the front of the foot, that they don't rock in. You want to keep those heels behind the forefoot so that this thing doesn't happen. We don't twist out. Parallel. Warming up the ankles and feet, a few more rounds. And then maybe you walk in place, bending at the toe roots. Hips are level. We're trying to get the heart rate elevated a bit in this, but keep it kind of a low impact, full body though, aerobic movement experience. Let's go a couple more. Just kind of pedaling out the feet. Any other little movements that feel good here. You might tuck a set of toes under and stretch. Careful, it can be a very sensitive place for our feet, but keeping the front of the ankle flexible is really helpful. Rocking the feet in and out. And then we'll go into a little marching. So deep core hugs in, one knee up, one arm up opposite. So it's almost like you're marching in place. All right. So trying to land with the feet in parallel, pumping those arms, keeping your eyes lifted. Maybe a gentle smile on the face. It just lets the body know that all is well. We're here on purpose, by consent. Feels good. We're enjoying loving on our body. Can we lift both knees up at the same height? Does it feel like we shift more when we land on one side? Try to keep your plumb lines, nose through sternum, belly button, and pubic bone. Keep breathing. When you land, watch that the foot doesn't turn in on you and you don't roll the ankle in or something funky. So just really keep an eye that your feet are pointing straight ahead, knees point straight ahead, abdominals are hugged in from the side, There's not a lot of movement that happens in your ribs or pelvis. You want to squeeze the glute of the leg that stays down, really opening up the front of the hip without arching the back, without rounding the spine. Neutral spine. See if you can start to feel the heart rate. Maybe hand on heart. Can you feel it pumping a little bit? Let's stay a little bit longer. 3. This next move is where you could add the ball or the band if you'd like to. 2 and 1. All right, so if you wanted to add the band, it would go above the knee or the ball between the knees. You'd have to widen your feet just a little bit to have some tension on the band. If you want the ball between your knees, you'd want to squeeze the ball in and then get your feet kind of organized under the knees. Without any props at all, just line up your feet, hip socket distance apart so we get the inner thighs and the outer hips working in harmony. Hips go back, come right back up, squeeze the glutes gently at the top. Little squats. This is a great exercise to do with a chair behind you. So, even like a higher chair, to where you could tap your bottom and come right back up. This is also a great place to use walking sticks or posture poles so that you can have some support with that upper body. Notice when my hips go back, my spine is staying neutral. That's the goal. Notice that you're pressing evenly through both feet. Okay, 2 more just like this. And then let's go back and hold. Find a spot that you can hold. Push into your feet evenly. Make sure that the knees aren't knocking in or out. Alignment is key. Hips are level. Knees pointing straight ahead, not knocked in or out. Make sure one hip's not out to the side more than the other. After holding, really press into the feet, you're gonna go tiny pulses. Think about your bottom going backwards, not your knees going forward. Bum back, shoulders relaxed, hands here in front. This is also where you could use prop. Hands could squeeze the ball or pull the band apart. So for 4, 3, 2, all the way up. Okay, now if we wanted to go a little bit farther into this aerobic experience, we could take a little squat back, hop, squat, hop. You don't have to take much of a lift off. Find your breath. Make sure how you're landing is thoughtful. Soft landing. Get those arms pumping. Neck long. Strong legs. Push off. Land strong. Land with your heels. Push your bottom back. Little hop squats. And 5, 4. A couple more. Shake it out. Notice if you can feel your heart pumping. Take a couple breaths. And now we'll go into a lunge-like stance. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Hips go back. Back, ankle, knee, and hip line up. Front hip, knee, ankle line up. It's not a very wide stance because you want to be in alignment to the center hip socket. From the side, might look like this. Okay, so this knee should be slightly in front of the ankle bone, but not the toes. Neutral spine, pushing your bottom back. This knee bent, you're on the balls of this back foot, your spine is neutral, and then we'll come up and down. Find that breath. This is a little bit more challenging of a balance than the squats because you're staggered step. So your base of support is a little bit more challenged, a little bit less stable. Okay, sticking with this for a few more, hips going back, abs really nice and firm. We're gonna hold, keep everything nice and stable. Push into that front leg, hug those abs in firm. Neck is long, maybe glancing about 4 to 5 feet out in front of you, and little pulses. You should feel a lot of heat here in this right glute, or the leg that's in front of you. So the forward leg glute, back leg quad. And then we're gonna stabilize, lift that back leg, tap. We can shorten up the stance here, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap. 3 more, lift, tap. Feel the inner thigh, feel how stable your ankle is. And then shake it out. Good job. Let's place hands on hearts. See how that feels. Okay, opposite leg. So that would be my left leg. I'm gonna step it back. I'll mirror you or I'll face you this time. Find your alignment. Find your level hips, level shoulders, hugged in abs, front knee slightly forward of the ankle bone, but not toes, on the balls of the back feet. Start your lunges. Find your breath. I like to think every time I inhale, I expand into the areas that feel tight. Exhale from where I need to tone more. Most of us need to tone the abdomen more. A lot of us tend to need to expand more into the back of the ribs or across the collarbones. Really drive down through the heel of the leg that's in front. Feel that hip and glute. Level hips, keep breathing. And then we'll lower down, hold. So we do full range, we hold, then we pulse. Really stamp down through that front heel, wiggle the toes, they should be light. Hips level, abs in, hugged in, shoulders level, neck long, no tension in the jaw. Little pulses. Pulse, stay strong. Even balls of the foot, big toe, pinky toe ball, across the ball of the back foot even. And a couple more, push, push, push with that heel to glute. Then ready, we come up, a little tap back. Up, little tap back. Watch this, the front knee, that it stays in alignment to the ankle, that it doesn't start to collapse in or out. Keep your pelvis as still as possible. This would be helpful to have your walking stick here, both walking sticks. It actually encourages a little bit more upper body support, and it helps to keep the integrity of the alignment. Last 2. 1 more. Whew. And then just kind of shake it out. Whew. All right, take a deep breath in. Let's feel the heart again. Let that energy go. Let's do that again. Big breath in. And let it go. Okay, so this is a aerobic cardiovascular session. So next thing I'm gonna have us do is stand facing the mat lengthwise, and we'll go into a modified plank position. So arms float up. Rolling down bone by bone if it's appropriate for your spine. Otherwise, hinging down, walking it out. Spread all 5 fingertips apart, and then float the knees. So this is going to be a modified plank, a hovering plank. Push into the hands, look straight down, breathe. Feel like you're pushing the earth away from you. Pushing down with your feet, pushing down with your arms. Stay long through the neck. Scapula should be wide, shoulder blades wide, collarbones wide. Shoulder girdle should be wide. Let's go for 3 more here. Breaths. 2. And then lift your hips up. Make a gentle stretch. Neck is long, shoulders roll open. You might even pedal the feet. One more time. Come into that position, and then 1 knee in, back. 1 knee in, back. Little knee lifts. It's almost like a mountain climber with that modified plank position. And then take it wide. Knee wide to the outer armpit. Wide knee. Wide knee. Keep pushing into the floor. We're building up the heat in the body. Last 2. Last one, cross it to the opposite elbow. Cross body. Cross body. You might find that it kind of goes into a little bit more of a neutral, like a full plank. Keep pushing into the earth, keep your neck long. Last one. Walk your feet toward your hands or your hands toward your feet. Drop your head, roll it on up. At the top, find your standing posture. Take another deep breath or 2. And then from here, let's find the standing posture again. Inhaling, exhaling. This time, toes turn out. You're gonna be in a wide stance. Bend the knees. You might even place your hands on your knees and kind of push the knees apart. Pull the tummy muscles in. Look down to your feet. Make sure your ankles aren't collapsing into your knees, not rotating in. Push your knees out, pull your inner arches up, but keep your big toe down. And little wide-legged squats. Feel your own glutes with your hands and see, do they feel evenly toned? Do my hips feel level? Do my shoulders appear level? Having a mirror is really helpful. Think about the knees going wide back behind you. Engage the core. Let's go for a few more. If this doesn't feel good, narrow your feet a little bit and send your bottom back more. Focusing less on how wide the knees are. This will get a little bit more of the inner thighs. So you can still be in a wide stance, but push your bottom back. Okay, 3. Now hold. This is what we do, right? We hold. Push into your feet so strong. Pull those abs in so tight. And tiny little pulses. Pulses, pulses, pulses. Abs tight. Legs should be burning here. Push your bottom back a little bit. If you're there, if you're here, push those knees back. Find what makes sense for your body here in this moment. 3 and 2, 1. All the way up. Shake it out. Okay, last little full body movement. It's a march with a rotation, so you're twisting this time. Where in the beginning, we didn't add the twist. We were just parallel. You might even kind of crunch a little bit. Full body. Smiling. Keep a good eye on your form. Feel your abdomen crunching in, hugging in every time that leg comes up and crosses to the opposite armpit. Core and legs, arms, full body. Good, let's go 5. Breathing, soft face, eyes light. 2 more. And stand. Let's go standing a little wide. Take a little hip circle. Bending one knee, straightening the other leg. Hips can go back. You might do a little forward fold. Let the head relax. Rolling up with care. Let's do a little side stretch. Take a little arm circle. Give yourself lots of love. While you're here, you're still aware of posture. You're not over here. You're pulled together in that plumb line. Nice, big, beautiful circles if this is good for your body. And then come back through center. Maybe one hand on the heart, another hand on that beautiful core that just worked hard for you. Find your standing, beautiful alignment posture. Take 3 deep breaths, seal it in. 2 more. 1 more. Having such appreciation for your body, for your heart, for this practice. Nice work.